Ah, yes. Ruffy. Ah, a man with little clue. And hello, you female creature. Feline creature. What did you? I don't know what a feline is. Maybe there is a word for that out there. What do I know? But what I do know is my name is Detective Four Eyes, because I have 4 glasses. Yes, and a pipe. Just reinforcing my detectiveness. Any detective worth their weight in gold do have a pipe somewhere. And this creature, which I assume belongs to the person that is acting me and all that, is messing up with the entire setup I have here. I love you. I mean, I hate animals. Ugh, they're unpredictable many times. And as Ruffy is very unpredictable, as well, very clueless, is the murder at the Kogetsukan. Because as so far, we are quite clueless on what's happening. There are lots of mysteries about this. So far, we had the bathroom mystery, which we actually did manage to solve in a way. With the little Lori Golden taking her mother's beloved necklace and hid it. Just as kids do. They're hiding shit, the little fucking pricks. Ah, that's why I never get kicked. But there is more to be told in this mystery at the Kogetsukan. And we're gonna dive into that. See what is expecting us there. That's by the wise words of Ruffy. You shall die! That was not actually Ruffy, that was Don Krieg. Yeah, wait a minute, Gun. He's American? So I won this Alana, back with some more FGO and Murder at the Kogetsuka. And I hope you get some more words of wisdom from Detective Four Eyes. I don't know why he's there, but he insists on being part of this. And yes, we're gonna continue with this event. I think this is actually really exciting, oh god. And of course, I could Google up, because this is from, they brand this in Japan and all of that. But obviously I won't. I mean, first of all, I don't do that on any of this stuff in general. And of course, that would ruin all the fun of solving this, or be mistaken about everything. But yes, and also I did see that, hello Murphy, that they're gonna have this, was it 10 million download stuff? We're gonna get lots of things. I am super happy for that. But nonetheless, we're gonna continue. Ooh, scheisse. There's more stuff going on here. Yes. So I waited a day or so, we get a little bit of backlog, so we're gonna go through. Murder at the Kogetsukan. No more than one single room or passage is allowable. And also I was told that this is like the 10 Commandment of Nox. Wait, I need... 10 Commandments Nox. Richard Knox 10 Commandments of Detective Fiction. They are titled after that. Okay, this is... I need to check this. I didn't know that, actually. The criminal must be someone mentioned in the early part of the story, but must not be anyone whose thought the reader has been allowed to follow. Oh shit, my bad. All supernatural pretending agencies are ruled out as matter of course. Not more than one secret room or passage allowable. That is actually really cool. I didn't know that. So... that is pretty fucking awesome. Those sandwiches... Wait, what was you saying? Those sandwiches we had breakfast were delicious. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, not bad breakfast, I have to admit. I worked pretty hard on those, so I'm glad you liked them. Yeah, they weren't bad. Best thing about sandwiches is they don't need the fancy utensils to eat. This tea is delicious too. Did you do something special with the tea leaves? Maybe I did. I rubbed them over my hard chest. Then, down my ass... Oh god, it reminds me of that fucking... Oh, that movie. American Pie, I think. When the chef is like licking off the fucking... sugar or whatever, then oh god, that would be my doing, Miss Eva. Miss Anne saw that I was extensively educated on brewing tea. Yeah, I guess that. Oh god, I guess that is a science too. Clients don't need to know our life story, Chris. You're going to make some lucky woman very happy one day, Chris. You're already so clean and proper. Yeah, clean and proper. I guess that is more than I am. That's enough, Eva. Is it my imagination, or did she just take a dig at me? Morris, you still have a lot of growing up to do. If you're letting a lady's remark get under your skin. Nothing anyone could say fazed me when I was your age. Cool. By then, I had my hands so full of beautiful, famous women that I hardly knew what to do with them all. Oh, dude, that sounds like my father. Oh, God. Every time he talked about his past, like, oh, you know, he was a musician in a small local band. And it's like, oh, you know, I had so many women, young girls, running after me and all that. I could get all the pussy I wanted pretty much. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. It's just so awkward to hear that. I don't want to hear that shit. You're the one who told me how to get married just as I was about to begin my own series of conquests. Aww. Morris didn't get the conquest. Did I? I'm so sorry if anything I said offended you, Morris. By the way, Chris, why don't you stop by my room later? Stop that, Eva. Dude. You getting cucked, my friend. Oh, God. Cuckolded, I guess it is called. I can't believe that guy let his wife and kid run their mouth like that. Right, Poops? Stop that, Maurice. Can you not see how difficult you are making matters for your father? Dorothy. Yeah, alright. That was yummy. Seriously. I mean, I think it's pretty fun that Paul Bunyan's art is so fucking different compared to many others. And that is for many characters, of course. They have different artists and all that. And still, it's like, what kind of cartoon did you come from? What a healthy appetite you have, Laurie. I'm proud of you. Now don't forget to thank them for the meal. Oh, I read about you yesterday, Mary. Oh, can I have that too? Now that you mention it, there's another plate left over, isn't there? I want some too. Gimme a man to the midnight. Seriously, I don't know how many times I doodle-loot on a song or something like that. I should probably cut everything together and make a weird-ass fucking song. Music video. Let's hear that half. Oh, God. That's supposed to be for Sheringham. Hey, Chris, where is Sheringham anyway? Mr. Sheringham is still resting in his room. I thought his trip must have exhausted him, so I refrained from knocking so as not to wake him. Well, that won't do. We were supposed to discuss our plans this morning. In that case, allow me. I'll go and fetch Mr. Sheringham right now. Oh man, is he gonna be dead?
Ask him if he still want breakfast or not, too.
Yes, ask him. Where is Darius? Where's the 3-year-old? There. I just imagine, like, Raiko. This is my 3-year-old holding big Darius. Darius like, Mama. That dude, that would be fucking priceless, actually. God, hear those brats screeching? It's giving me a damn headache. This is a hotel, not a kindergarten. And also quite fun to imagine Mephistopheles as a kid. Then again, I could actually see him like one of these crazy-ass little brats. Hear that? As if he isn't the biggest baby here. True, but don't you find his borishness somewhat endearing in its own way? I can hear you, you know. That is one handsome family to marry into. I'm just saying. Oh! What's that, Chris? Let's go! Oh shit, Sheringham is murdered. That can't be good news. I'm going too. That can't be good news. I'm going. You all here? What happened, Chris? I don't think we have heard you raise your voice before. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking straight. I'm alright now. But instead of telling you what happened, I think it would be fast if you saw for yourself. Take a look inside Mrs. Sheringham's room. Sheringham's room? What? Why? What happened? He's dead! The detective got killed in the first act? Oh, damn. The detective got murdered? That was unexpected. No way, is he really dead? Looks like it's been dead for some time now. I'll seal the area off and go tell the others. Nani? I can't believe Sheringham is dead. I didn't examine his body close, but it sure didn't look like he died of natural causes. Yeah, you know, the blood that looked written with his last words. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Sheringham actually faked his death. I mean, it wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't be the first time someone do that, you know, to let everyone drop the guard, like, well, he's dead now, so, you know. Or someone could murder him because they didn't want him to try to solve and, you know, explore the things here. There might not be a point in asking, but do we know who saw him last? I wasn't technically the last to see him, but Mr. Sheringham did ask me to bring some tea last night. And there gotta be more than that, right? Well, don't be coy. This is an emergency. Just spit it out. Mr. Sheringham requested 2 teacups. It looked like there was someone else with him. Damn, man. Do you know who it was? I couldn't tell. Mr. Sheringham was then waiting outside his room, and he slipped back inside after I gave him the tea tray. I didn't get as much as a look at whoever was in there. Based on the way he acted, I thought it might have been entertaining a woman, but I didn't give much thought beyond that. My oh my, I didn't think you were still so innocent, Chris. The only possible clue I can think of is that he requested a left-handed teacup. Wait, what? Left-handed teacup? Aren't they the same? Wait, is that I need to Google. Is that actually a thing? Left-handed teacup? I mean, I know there's like left-handed scissors, left-handed, yeah, stuff like that. But teacup, left-handed teacup. Are they actually a thing? Huh. They seem to be. Not that I mean... I'm left-handed and I hate your scissors. That's a good mic, actually. I should get it to my brother. My brother, one of my brothers is actually left-handed. So... And... yeah, that is... I didn't know that. I mean... I guess it is mostly actually, especially today, the mugs, you know, depending on which hand you hold, the logo and all or whatever, is shown different ways, I guess. I assume, I am not a master mug guy, but I didn't know that was actually a thing. I mean, as I said, scissors, stuff like that, of course, but not that teacups are normally left. Oh, see, that even brought up. But the handle of the cups we use here at Kogetsukan are a little unusual. Okay. Then I guess it makes more sense if they are a little bit odd handles on them. Mr. Sheringham appeared to be right-handed, so I think the left-hander was one of his guests. And that's just perfect! Detective guy had more game than I thought. I don't suppose you were the left-handed woman, were you? How could you even ask me that, Maurice? That's hardly a fit subject for a joke, especially now. Yeah, we have a dead dude here. What are we gonna do about that? Should we call the cops? I'm right-handed. How could you not know that? I've been your stepmother for 10 years. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, because it's like 1 in 10 that is left-handed, so you often notice when someone is left-handed. You don't think if anyone person is right-handed, but you definitely, well, not always, but many times notice if someone is left-handed and all. So, yeah, 10 years you probably wouldn't have thought of that she's left-handed or right-handed. I'm sorry to ask this now, but is anyone here left-handed? I mean, would anyone actually say yes in this situation? Probably not. I think that's a no. Well, I guess it would be hard to get anyone to admit and yeah. I mean, oh shit. Pillow, back up with you ugly ass shit. One thing they could do with this, I think, is writing. You know? Let them write. Because most people can, you know, for example, if I'm gonna write with my left hand, you notice it right away because it looks like real crap. So yeah, that is one way to do it. Then again, there are many that, especially left-handed, that have like trained so they can write with the right hand as well. So never mind whom he might be meeting with. Isn't going to affect our alliance, is it? No unfortunate accident aside, we will proceed with the engagement at Shed. Once we regroup. Unfortunate accident? Dude died! You're kidding, right? We need to stop this deal and leave right now. Have someone pick up us. Unfortunately, we don't have any means of contact anyone on the mainland. No matter what happens, not going ahead with engagement is not an option. I mean, we are trapped here. But what if someone happens to my lorry? No one will be coming to get us until 2 days from now. Until then, we just have to make the best of things. I'm just trying to think. That's quite all right with me. We can't have a little thing like this get in the way of our arrangement. What? Are you sick? What? You know, the detective that we hired got murdered. I mean, and don't let that get in our way. Like, oh shit. I mean, that is typical aristocrats, if anything. I couldn't agree more. Phew, what a relief. Man, you're sure desperate, huh? This alliance really mean that much to you? Morris, that was going too far. Apologize right now. Yeah, sorry about that, Mr. Damska. Anyway, we know the killer here among us, right? Well, I'm not gonna let a little murder scare me. Damn. Looks like our decision to keep our personnel to a minimum backfired. I never thought we would have the murder on our hands. I'm sorry to spoil your vacation, but please make sure you all stay where we can see you as much as possible. If there's anything you need, we'll be happy to provide it. Alright everyone, as you were, I hope you still be able to relax and enjoy yourself. Everyone taking it so fucking chill. Like, god damn. I mean, sure, it's better than that go for panic. Yeah, Juliet, you're spot on there. Definitely spot on. Relax and enjoy yourself. How on earth are we supposed to relax now? Celano, if you don't have anything better to do, would you mind taking over for the detective? I mean, sure. We diverted so many resources to security at this point. Honestly, we don't have time to handle the investigation. Does that mean you don't suspect Lano at all? I saw him take that ball to the face on the first day, not to mention the uproar that followed. There's no way anyone that fuck you. Anyone that inexperienced self-defense would be capable of murder. You know what? I mean, sure, I wouldn't do that, but never underestimate the clumsiness. Well, not that you need to be good at martial arts to kill someone, of course. That's true. Whether your reasons are, I absolutely agree that Lana could never kill one. Are they mocking me? Are they making fun of me? I'll do it. I'll be your detective. Ah, shit.
Well now, it seems you have much more initiative than I thought, considering how quiet you seem. I agree, Lana is the right choice. Since they're not affiliated with either family, we can expect their judgment to be fair and impartial.
Well, I mean, I am friends with the Violet family, so I guess, but...
Now then, shall we take a look at the crime scene? Much as I'd rather not, of course.
Doctor?
Who asked me to help out as well? I'm the only one who can perform an autopsy after all. Lamentably, I have little in terms of spatial or equipment, so I must confine myself to a visual examination.
That's a good point. Let's go then. Oh shit. Are we gonna dig around? He is pretty pale, but aside from that, doesn't look really look dead.
If that's what you try to think, check his wrist.
Oh, just in case. No, you're right. He doesn't have a pulse. Did he want to check his wrist too, Lano? Aren't you scared? Of course I'm scared, but I also kind of feel like I'm part of the blame for his death.
You look even paler than he does, Juliet. Why don't you go back to your room and get some rest? Let Lana and me handle this.
I stay. I want to be less scared sitting alone in my room.
Alright, if you insist. Anyway, I believe it's sufficiently verified that he is, in fact, dead. Given how much blood his body has cooled, I bet it was time for death at around midnight. Of course, the cause of death will be more important than the time.
I mean, the time is actually really important. What do you think, Doctor?
Poison would seem like the most likely answer. Still, I can tell what sort of poison or how it entered his bloodstream.
I mean, there was a lot of blood there, so I assume he coughed up blood then. And maybe it is an... I don't know. That person somehow snuck it in his tea and that. But it sounds like there would be something that Sheringham wouldn't do. Well, considering how good he was to track them down and all that, he seemed to obviously have a very keen eye. But maybe this is actually a drug or poison like that reduces his pulse so low that it seems like he's dead. You know, fake death and all that. I wouldn't be surprised, because, you know, if they think that he's dead, he will be, like, sneaky.
I'm afraid I all can say at this point.
That's all? Isn't there anything else?
I may be a doctor, but I must admit that this isn't exactly my area of expertise. I can't even be sure whether his poison was mixed into food or drink, or if he was injected with it somehow. It would be one thing if I had the toxic substance detection region there with me, but...
I'm sorry to interrupt. It looks like today is going to be rather warm, so would it be alright if we move Mrs. Sheringham's body soon?
Oh, right, I do apologize. You must have a lot to do without waiting around for us.
Never mind that, Doctor. What about the poison? If the killer poison his food or drink, what to stop them from doing the same to ours? I doubt there will be any poison in the food as long as Wu is cooking. But if you're worried, I'll be happy to taste it first to put you at ease. What? How can you smile about that?
If it really is poison, you can end up dead yourself. The marble company took me in when I was a baby. Of course I will lay down my life for them. But it's your life. You only get one, you know? You can't just throw it away like that. With all due respect, Miss Julia, the marble company is like the family to me, and Miss Anne may as well be my mother. Aww. There's no difference between me risking my life for them and you marrying someone you don't love for your family. Yes, there it is. It's not the same thing at all. I apologize. I would never have said that. I should never have said it. Forgive me. It's okay. I'm over it.
Alright, now that the autopsy is over, we should take Mrs. Sheringham's body out of here.
We can use the basement. It's a little desolate, but it's the best option we have. I'll take the body down there now.
Oh,
Sir?
Lana and I can carry the body ourselves.
But
I'm well aware that the marble company doesn't have enough hands to go around right now. There's no need for you to concern yourself with this when we are perfectly capable of doing it ourselves. I'll ask in exchange that you make us a nice pot of tea that we cannot do ourselves after all.
in that case, I will be glad to take you up on that. What kind of tea do you have? I'm afraid we have a limited selection, but I'm certain something will be to your liking.
Like poison?
Is that okay if I choose it myself? Of course. Alright, let's be on our way. We will wait for Dr. Hoffman and your friend in the reception room.
Now, let's wrap the body up in a sheet and get down to the basement. Mind taking the legs? Alright. Here, let's go.
Hey ho! Hey. I just imagine Moriarty and all villains in the world when carrying Sheringham / Holmes' body like that. Oh god, I just imagine this right away. Oh god, I love that meme. Seriously, the day I die, I want that to happen to me as well. You know, have a dance, have a good time. But that is just how I imagine this, like do, like oh yeah. Oh shit, what did you say?
Here we are. That suddenly strain on the lower back, doesn't it? Yet another reminder that I'm not getting any younger. Anyway, this should be a good place for Mr. Sheringham to rest in peace. It should be cool enough down here to minimize decay. Chris sadly wasn't kidding when he said it was desolate. In fact, it's downright chilling in here. And I don't just mean in terms of temperature. At any rate, it's finally just the two of us.
Don't tell me you were the killer.
No, nothing like that. I merely wanted to talk to you in private. It's better if Julia doesn't hear this, you see. I've known Julia since she was a baby. Her mother and I go way back.
Did you use a date or something?
Not like that. There was never anything between us. That sounds rather sad now when I said it. Anyway, she was very popular. A boring man like myself never had a chance. Besides, she was the pride and joy of the famous Violet family. I was far too scared to even think about asking her on a date.
Aww.
Still, I was lucky that she did see me as a friend. She even kept me up with me after she married Adamska. In fact, she was the one who chose me to be Violet family's doctor after her daughters were born. I owe her a great debt to the Violet family for providing me with a steady income for so many years, which is why I'm so reluctant to bring this up. I'm guessing the Golden Violet family came across as typical members of the upper class family to you. But they are in fact two of the oldest crime families in the country.
Oh! I mean, then again, to be fair, you know, aristocrats / rich families and crimes, they tend to go quite well together, you know? I'm just saying, because, you know,
How many rich people haven't literally become rich on others, so to say?
All that I have is built up of violence and blood money. However, in the past few years they found themselves in a dangerous position. For a long time they were fighting each other tooth and nail for control of a southern city. But now they are both under attack from a new enemy, and that attack has exhausted their resources. The way things are going, they probably won't last about another 10 years. At worst, both will collapse. So the heads of both families arrive at the same conclusion. They will need to form an alliance, a merger of sorts. They need a way to ensure neither will betray the other, and they decide the way to do that has to be the oldest children marry.
So it's a political criminal marriage, eh?
Yes, that's probably the best way to put it. I'm still a bachelor myself, but I would care for those girls if they were my own. Sometimes I can't help but wish Juliet was as free-spirited as her mother. She agreed to marriage she doesn't want, purely to help her family. It really grinds my gear. And to make matter worse, well, you met Morris. How do you think he will be as a husband?
Rather abusive, maybe. Running around with other women. Yeah, most likely.
I concur. Morris is no more than a thug. Big fight over every perceived slight of his fragile ego, and he perceives many. Unfortunately, he's not only like that in the golden and violet families. Far from it. And those other thugs aren't happy about this merger. They are too concerned with what happened in the past and what's happening right now to give any thought of the future. In fact, many of them would rather have an all-out war than team up with an enemy. Both Aaron and the Damska are under a lot of pressure from their men not to go through with this.
Fuck them. Those that is against it, I guess. You know, teamwork!
That's why Aaron decided to bring in the Marble Company. Any deal the Marble Company's present for always go through, after all. Nobody in the city would voice an objection on this engagement with the Marble Company backing it. While this is ostensibly for their family trip, the true purpose here is to close a deal between two families in secret.
But then why am I here? That's a good question.
Of course, she has every right to go ahead with this marriage if that's what she decided. But I don't want her to make a choice she end up regretting. Still, she has many years ahead of her, and there's no telling what may happen down life windings road.
Like Morris die?
If Juliet ever ends up reaching out to you for help, I hope you will be there for her. Not that I have any business telling you this, as I did not even have the guts to take a chance to get properly turned down by my own youthful crush. Now then, we better get back. I imagine Juliet is waiting for us with some tea.
Aw, that's sad. Not getting the love. Yes. Oh man. Will you let me through? Yes, that's it. Get something I want to talk to you about first.
Look, they argue about something. Let's go see what's up.
Hey, what's up and what's down?
Alright, what is it?
Let me just be straight with you here. Your sister's more my type, and I want you to trade place with her. Wow, that's mean.
That is not something you and I can decide by ourselves.
I just thought it'd suck for you if you already fall for me, so I figured I'd bring it up early. Still doesn't look like being a blunt is your thing anyway, so I don't see you answering honestly regardless. Cause if you set on it, I don't mind doing it with you either. You're easy on the eyes. Oh man, charming indeed.
You're disgusting.
Yeah. Can't disagree.
What are you going to do about this, Lana?
I won't even gonna go. What? Is the ball gonna kick at him anywhere? I mean, I wonder if... What? A gun? Do you mean Hawthorne or Morris? Which is fun, because one of my family's dogs were named Morris. So, yeah. Okay, we're gonna go with the ball trick. That's enough, Mr. Morris. Oh crap, it's a pretty boy with a grip of steel. Fine, I'll get out of your head. I'll get out of your hair before he breaks my arm or something. I'm gonna go for a walk, alone, and then he ending up dead.
Are you alright?
I'm alright, just sick to my stomach. Chris, doctor, would you mind going on ahead?
If that's what you want.
Yes, sir. Thanks, I'll be there for my tea before my tea gets cold. I'm so sorry I told you this was just a family trip when I asked you to come along, Lano. I thought he might be off, but he's a little worse than I expected. You put on a real strong face. That's your response? You're so silly. Usually really quiet, but today you're something else. I am just here. Thank you, Lana. I feel a little better now. Aw, that's good to hear. But you know, I got a good life growing up in this family. It's thanks to them that got into our school, and I would never met you if I hadn't gone there. I'm grateful to them for that. So I cannot run away from my duties now. I am the eldest daughter, after all. Nay, which choice should I take? Up or down? I need to analyze this. CSI, scan, scan, scan. Aye, my eye. But yeah, why not? Let's run away, be free, and have our beautiful lesbian romance. Let me say. That's sweet of you, but I can't. If I ran, my sister would have to take my place. I can't do that to her. Hey, what would that look? I didn't bring you along so you can make faces at me. But making faces is what I'm doing best. Lana, hang in. Wait, what? Did she just punch me and then I like... Oh no! I fainted.
That was quick. You weren't even asleep for an hour.
I could have sworn it was much longer. That was my stomach. It would seem that time passed differently in your dream world. How fortunate. I was thinking how helpful more data would be. Now then, what happened over there? That was when Julian showed you and you fell unconscious?
How unfortunate for you, still.
Oh god. Yeah, that's Moriarty, man.
Then someone else was even more unfortunate. Still, what a tragic turn of events. Don't you agree, Sharing? Oh, I apologize. I don't know how I get those names mixed up. Holmes, the great Sherlock Holmes, rubbed out in the first act. Not even I would have seen it coming.
But I never seen this professor so euphoric before. I kind of understand how he feels. Baritsu.
Ow!
I do beg your pardon, but I'm trying to think. Would you kindly keep it down? Still, I must say, I'm disappointed that the detective was the first to step off the stage. Detective work is fraught with danger. Any gentleman worth his salt should have known the master martial art or two for his own self-defense. Poor Sheringham clearly needed more training. But that's the thing. No skill in martial art. I mean, sure, there's probably skills that allow you to be poison resistant, but in general, Kung Fu won't stop you from when you ingesting poison, you know? Like, you can't, like, karate chop it or anything like that.
You're one to talk, given that your self-defense concept of shielding yourself with the culprit. That aside, something about Sheringham's death nags at me. It would make more sense if it had been anyone else.
Yeah, I guess.
Assuming that whoever made the threat is among the other characters, Sheringham and I must have thrown a wrench in their plan. Let further assume that the culprit made a number of preparations in the Kogetsukan. Assuming they have done so, then murdering Sheringham puts our culprit in a bit of a bind, since they had not prepared anything for him in advance. Which means that they must have made a mistake somewhere. I certainly understand the desire to rid oneself of an unwelcome visitor, but I can't say I approve of this rushed, artless approach.
I see, so the culprit just as soon have not committed his murder unless they had not
Okay. Who committed the murder? I mean, honestly, it could be many of them. Obviously. I mean, okay, if we're gonna go by it was a woman, I mean, then we have like Dorothy and Laurie from the Golden Family, but Laurie is obviously a kid, so that most likely not. And Dorothy doesn't seem to be caring too much about that. She just wants to get away from this place. Then we have the Violet family. We have Eva, we have Harriet, and we have Juliet. And makes me really actually think a little bit there. Why isn't wouldn't they? I mean, they had already been there for a bit before Sheringham came there and he got murdered. So wouldn't they have served them tea before, and wouldn't they get like order that, yeah, this person is left-handed and what a left-handed cup, you know? Or maybe it's actually a trap to throw people off. But as is for now, oh shit, sorry. Smacking around there. I'm actually gonna guess. My theory so far on this matter is Harriet. You know, she doesn't want her sister to get married into the Morris, the Golden family, and marries Morris and all that. So I could guess that. And yeah. Could be Morris as well. I mean, Morris is, could be mistaken for a woman. Is Mordred left-handed? I don't know. That's an idea. Does that mean Holmes' death was a spur-of-the-moment decision? Sheringham, Miss Carolite. I assure you, I'm still very much alive. Well, technically, you have died, and then you became a servant, so...
Indeed, I doubt our culprit is in position to simply gallivant about murdering as they please. As soon as someone dies, the survivors become much more wary, serving only to complicate the act of carrying out your intended murder. Assuming this is not a matter of vengeance, your first victim should always be the one you had intent to kill from the start. But that was the truth for Sheringham. He was not involved with either of the families.
Well, he was hired by the goalies.
Killing him now must have been a deeply bitter pill for the culprit to swallow.
Why do you think Sharon was killed, Professor?
You need to ask. He was in the culprit's way, obviously. Believe me, I can understand how they felt. An unbelievable smug-looking detective showed up like he was running the show amid one of my own schemes. I'd send him off in a coffin too. The detective present carries with the risk of interfering in the culprit's plans, or having exposed once those plans are carried out. Detective represent any number of problems for criminals, you know. Disposing of them before the plot truly begins is absolutely the best course.
That's terrible.
Love, as I admit, I have to agree. If I were a criminal, I would do the same. Furthermore, by killing the detective off first, The person who made the thread has shown that they are not afraid to get their hands dirty. Come to think of it, there was a new development in our end while we were living in Dreamland. I was able to track down the Marble Company. But I did find 2 other corporations named Golden Company and Violet Inc. Violet, I just feel gooding. Feel good, dum, 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 dum. Feel good, dum, 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 dum. Actually, Nathan Sharp made a cover on that. Really good, actually. I like that. They are both headquarters in major American cities and have viewed for control over for quite some time. The CEOs of the 2 companies listed as Aaron Goldie and Adamska Violet. It all lines up perfectly. Though unfortunately, I was unable to find any information about their families.
That doesn't surprise me, and it is an underworld organization that knows that their enemies can get into them through their families. And they are sure to keep a tight lid on the information regarding them.
Yeah, makes sense. And this is really happening right now? Not in the past or future, or in a singularity. Indeed. I'm still doing everything I can find out more about them. I'll make sure I have more detailed information about the next time you wake up. Wake up! Wake up, wake up! Get a good on the table.
Is that the best world's greatest detective can do? Give me one of the command room's thermals and I'll have the answer for you in an instant.
I could see that. I could never be so foolish or intoxicated as to hand over the master key to a known thief. Besides, not even I can get into the command room's mainframe. That is a black box if I ever saw one. I've been getting sleepy again. Oh, Professor, somebody looks like she's about to drift off again. Well, now, isn't we drawn on a bit too long? Based on what you told us, it's clear who Sheringham was meeting with. Try to stay awake a little long, and I'll tell you what I know. I'm gonna tell it right now. Just say the name, for fuck's sake. Don't drag it out. Left-handed woman. I'm trying to figure out who that could be. I mean, I don't know who No Hero Undiscovered Poison may be used. No Hit Herto Undiscovered Poison may be used. Hit Herto? What the fuck is that? I need to Google that. Hit Herto? What the heck is that? Until now or until the point is in time under discussion. Oh. That was the first time I could hear of that word. I've never seen it before. Oh well. Oh gosh. Hello, Shanli. Ja. Ja, sweetie. Are you gonna go? Ja. Ja. You're helping me solving a murder case. Ja. I don't need a bloodhound. I have my cats. Tifa and Shanli will sniff out the culprit. Yeah, you will, won't you? Yeah. It's not easy to record when you're doing this to me, Gummy. I was gonna say Gumman, which is, yeah, no, sweetie. I'm gonna turn into half English, half Swedish. Yeah. I dropped my keyboard almost. Well, the mouse fell to the floor. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, well, sorry. It's clear who Sheringham was meeting with. What do you mean? Yeah. Exactly what I said. If no one there is left-handed, that tells us we'll need to know about this guest. His guest. Yeah, that's... But maybe the left-handed... Maybe Sheringham was left-handed. We don't know. Perhaps when we meet someone for the first time, yes, but you're unlikely to be able to hide your dominant hand from someone you spent a deal of time with. With notable exception of Sheringham, each of our characters belong to his or her respective communities. Faction, if you like. You attended a meal where everyone was present, right? If there was a southpaw present who suddenly began using their right hand, someone would have said something. Yeah. Given that it did not happen, we can conclude that no one there is left-handed.
I don't say it's nitpick, but what if someone there is secretly ambidextrous?
Yeah, that is also a thing, you know, ambidextrous being able to use both hands equal good. It won't make any difference, Professor. An ambidextrous person, by definition, would have no issue using their right hand. But according to Chris, Sheringham specifically requested a left-handed teacup for his guest. Would this have been necessary if they could simply use the right hand? If you have an answer to that question, I'm happy to hear it.
So my playing the devil advocate only strengthened your case. Well, no matter.
Oh god, I can't do that voice anymore. God damn up. Ja men Charlie. Go on. Well, if one were to nitpick at my hypothesis, I cannot deny the possibility that Sheringham could have been meeting with Miss Lano. Wait, I'm left-handed? Is that the culprit? Dun 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 dun! I think I may have touched a nerve. Not to worry, that possibility is extremely remote. I can't speak for your dream's body's original owner, of course, but based on what you told us, you wouldn't have had that time. What about third party? Some mysterious character still hiding in the Kogetsukan somewhere. No need for such interests, Miss Carlat. Occam's Razor provided us with a perfect, reasonable explanation. Occam Razor. That one I do know about. Occam Razor is, if I'm gonna Google up here in a moment, but is that sometimes the easiest answer is the obvious one, like it's not something hidden, it's the one in plain view. Occam Razor. Let's see. Occam Razor. Suppose there exists two explanations for an occurrence. In this case, that the one that requires the smallest number of assumption is usually correct. So the easier it is to understand, many times it is the correct answer. So like, yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a character who needs to use his left hand, thanks to the injury he suffered in his right hand. Morris! So, that is true. And Morris, look, as I said, could be Morris, but man, Morris. Most likely, Sharon noticed Morris in your right hand and requested a left hand cup out of consideration. But then why would Sheringham feel a need to hide his meeting with Morris from Chris? But there I'm afraid you have it backwards, Miss Carlyle. Sheringham was trying to hide Morris from Chris. It was Chris that he was trying to hide from Morris, in point of fact. At least he wished to hide that Chris was bringing the tea. Yeah, that would make sense, because, you know, and the hand thing there. Chris was also the one responsible for Morris' injured hand, after all. Sheringham would have known that so much as hearing Chris' voice could easily put Morris in a foul mood. And as a detective, would also be well aware the information often freely given is all but impossible to drag out of someone when they are in a foul mood. But Morris never said anything about meeting with Sheringham. Given that Miss Lana has told us so far, we know that Morris is both distrustful and simple-minded. Yeah, it's no surprise that he would try to hide his meeting with someone who is now dead. Speaking of now would only arouse suspicion. Even Morris no doubt realized others are prone to think the worst of him. I can't hold out anymore. Senpai. Losing we are out of time. But at least we're able to cover the most pressing matters, albeit briefly. Be sure to keep everything we discussed in mind as you go about investigating this incident. Remember, you're assuming the role of another person. Even if you cannot take any decisive action yourself, you can still keep close eye on events that play out around you. You do well not to forget that. Right, every good detective starts by getting information after all. I know it's technically a dream for you, but Master, please do your best to stay alert. And I am asleep again. Okay, that makes sense though, that it's Morris that was in the room. But that doesn't mean he killed Sheringham, obviously. I mean, there is absolutely no evidence of that. But it is an lead if they could make him talk, of course. That would be something, but considering Morris' attitude and all that, it probably is impossible to get him to talk anyways, and yeah.
Ah, good, you're awake. I was quite taken aback to learn you pass out after Julius shot you.
I'm so sorry, Lon. I guess I'm not better than Kane. Thank you for carrying Lon all this way, Chris.
Not at all. My purpose here is to be of service.
At least now I know who Sheringham was meeting with.
Do you know, did you receive a flash of insight while you were asleep?
Well, go on, who was it? It does sound like it could have been Morris.
Indeed, we do know that Morris injured his right hand. It may have gone worse after in a misguided feat of machismo. He refused treatment.
Yes, machismo. That is, it's actually... it is actually quite dumb, you know, to try to be macho and to such a degree, even if it kind of funny. I made it in a Naruto RP site many years ago. I actually made a clan that literally was the epitome of machismo, you know, that they literally, the idea that they needed to be as macho as possible, like stopping a volcano with their asses, or stop an avalanche with their fingers, like dumb shit. Of course, most of them died, but you know, they were macho to the very end.
If only I'd known my own strength. Hey, don't beat yourself up. It turned out to be best for the best. Now we know who Sheringham met with.
Hey Chris, you seen Morris anywhere?
No, I haven't. We were actually just looking for him ourselves.
I see, I've been turning the mansion upside down looking for him, but no dice.
Is there a problem?
Hey sis, the truth is...
Whisper, whisper, whisper.
Okay, first of all, as said, we don't know, obviously, if it was Morris that murdered Sheringham. And, funny, for the fact, we don't know if Chris is actually one that hiding something, you know? We only have his testimony, you know? Can we really trust it? I mean, we only have his information. So, it could be false. Man, we can't trust anyone!
I see, he might have come back after the fact. I'll keep looking around the mansion. You and Chris go check outside.
Got it!
We'll help you look too. Come on, Lano.
Wow, into the jungle, holy shit. We kind of been letting the place go see, so it's a bit of jungle right now. No, it's literally jungle. You have a banana tree behind your back there, dude. Var nöjd med allt som livet ger och allting som du kring dig ser. Glöm bort bekymmer, sorg och besvär. Var nöjd och glad, för vet du vad en björntjänst gör ingen glad. A Swedish version of Bare Necessity. Because I never remember the lyrics in English. Jungle Jaguars, man.
It's so dense out here, that would be a perfect place to lay low.
I don't know about that. Not with these things running around out here. We better chase them away, Chris.
Right.
Bears? Oh, tell me it's Baloo we're gonna fight. That would be fucking priceless. That would be amazing. The big bear. I gotta teach them everything I know. Well, that should be pretty fast. Do you agree, Sean-Lee? Oh god. Seriously, I am intrigued. I love mystery and stuff like that. Oh well, wolves. Yeah, shit. Let's go with that. I don't get any crit stuff. Well, MP stuff. I mean, then again, they are not supposed to be servants, so it's not used that, so that makes sense in that regard.
So, but yeah, still, it's... Alta! I need to level him up. He's really cool. But yeah, so... Oh, the mystery is freaking in. It reminds me one of... there was a Swedish show on Christmas Day. We have these... you know... Oh, it died. The mystery on Unraveling, which is an... it was actually kind of creepy. I remember watching it as a kid and all, but it was a big mystery, you know, as a Christmas calendar. In Sweden we have from the 1st of December to 24th, the Swedish telestation has this, you know, making this Christmas show that is often like 10, 15, 20 minutes or something like that every day to Christmas. And we have like had lots of different stories and stuff like that for many years. And one of those was this Mystery at Graveholm, and that was like creepy as fuck at times. It was really fun though, I loved it. Wow, you made those wolves look like about as dangerous as poopies. Hey, no sense killing them. Wolves aren't good to eat. Trust me, you need to chase them away. Yes, I'm all done here. Same. Still no signs of prodigal son, though. All I'm seeing out here is more wild animals. I guess he isn't out here after all. This can be a great place to lay low, but not for a pampered city boy. He could try, but he just end up wolf food if he did. Catch my drift? Don't say things like that. You're scaring me. Why are you even out here in the jungle anyway? Don't worry, Miss Juliet. We haven't seen any sign that Miss Morris was attacked. If not, he's out here that just leaves the sea, but I really doubt he'd be out there. There's a strong current out there, and we're much too far from the mainland for an amateur to swim for it. Guess there's no sense of looking out here. Let's go back. Finally, there you go. What? I'm impressed. It looks like these bodyguards really do live up to their reputation. Okay, who's that? That is not the character I recognize. We're back. Hey, any luck? I'm afraid not. We didn't see any sign of him anywhere. Where is Morris? Has anyone found him yet? Honey, I don't think you had a little too much to drink. Shut up! No way I'm making it through this without stiff drink. I can't believe Morris is missing. Our first priority is to keep all of you safe, so I'm afraid we can only spare so many resources to look for Morris. What could be a higher priority than Morris' life? He's my heir, you know? Daddy, why is Morris missing? No, Laurie, be quiet. It's because he killed the detective guy. Dude, talk about dropping a fucking nuke! Don't say things like that, Laurie. But I saw him coming out of the detective room last night. You don't mean that, right, Laurie? You and I were both asleep at that time. I woke up really late to snuck out. When I did, I saw him leaving the detective guy's room. Come on now. We're going to take the word of a child serious for something so important, are we? We don't want to believe it ourselves, Aaron. But don't you think she might be telling the truth, as there's nothing to gain by her lying? Even if she did see him coming out of this room, that is not proof Morris killed Sheringham. Well, that is true. Honey, please calm down. It seems I let my emotion get better of me. I'm so sorry you had to see that. Not at all. I should be apologizing for my lack of tact. Yeah, it looks like your hand is right at his Aaron's crotch. I assume that they have a deeper relationship that we should not know about. We may not be able to say for sure whether Morris is the killer, but whether he is, there is every chance they decide to stay in hiding now. If he does, the consequence for the Goldie family could be devastating, and our arrangement will come to grinding halt.
We would much rather not come to that as well.
Alright. Given the circumstances, I have the confession to make. Not even my wife, Dorothy, knows about this.
But are you talking about honey?
I was hoping to take this with me to my grave, but seems no longer an option. The truth is, I am Chris' father.
What? 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 Ja, Shanley, this is a big what? Nani? Wait, what a plot twist! Oh, I'm spitting everywhere. Okay, this opened up a new can of worms, definitely. Because, I mean, if Chris, for example, find that out, it would be explained like that he could do something. If he found out about this, that he wanted to his place in the family, you know, and he will take Morris out or something like that. This literally open up a new can of worms.
Huh?
Miss Aaron? Chris, from the look on your face, I see the company never told you. I was once young and foolish myself. I calmed down somewhat once I married, but I still have a habit of spending the night with women who really caught my eye. That's how you were born, Chris. But by then I had already married my now ex-wife, and we had Morris together. I couldn't take you in under the circumstances, so I asked the marble company to look after you. Of course, I agreed to pay for your upbringing as well. I had no idea. Morris will, of course, always be the apple of my eyes. Why do you take the spoiled apple? I'm just saying. But I'm the head of the Gold family, and so must always do what is necessary for its survival. Wait a second, you're not serious telling us to hand over Chris, are you? You're damn right I am. You're the ones who let Sheringham die and failed to stop Morris from running away. What? If anyone is responsible for this mess, it's the Marble Company. You're absolutely right. Fortunately, Chris still is an apprentice. We can afford to let him go. You're still calling him an apprentice after all the time we spent training him? Besides this, you always seem very fond of... That's enough, Wu. I guess this is done deal then. Alright, I got it. Looks like you're in luck, Chris. One of these days you'll be taking over the whole Goldie family. Naturally, I'll be happy to compensate you for the loss. I want you to remain in good terms with the Marble Company after all. So... then it's gonna be... Chris and... Juliet then? But... trying to think. What can it be? Okay, I mean, the Marble Company knew, and they might have some file somewhere, and Chris might have read it, so he knew about this, and just acting right now. Wait, Miss Anne, please let me finish my job here first. It's the least I could do to pay the company back. Alright, I'll continue to treat you as Marble Company man until we leave this island. Nobody is treating the man I named my successor as a common serf. No, never mind. I can see this is a matter of integrity. I will permit it this one time. Miss Anne, thank you for everything. I'll never forget what you did for me. Aww.
Hold on, if Chris is joining Gold family, then that would mean...
Jewel would instead be engaged into Chris. That will serve to fulfill our mutual goal.
What? No way.
What's the problem? This is turning out to be a good deal. You should be happy about this. Yeah, okay. Miss Jewel, I know I still have a lot to learn, but I hope I can earn your trust in time.
Okay, that sounds nice.
Don't be subservient, Chris. You don't need to worry about what other people think of you now. You'll be running the Gold and the Violet families one day. Haha. Okay. I mean, to be honest, Chris seems a little bit too calm about this, you know, like... I think most people will be really extremely shocked over this sudden bomb dropping like that, you know? But he seems surprised. I mean, then again, I mean, some people are surprisingly calm, so it could be that, but yeah.
What a delectable dinner. I'm afraid I had to be too much to eat, though. I have to take some antacids.
Oh.
Is something wrong, my dear girl? Do you need some antacids, too?
No, that's okay. It's not my stomach.
I just... Presenting a new term of your engagement. But I dare say this was a lucky break. I know I would marry... I know I would rather marry Chris than Morris. Don't you agree, Lano?
Chris does seem to be a good guy. Are you serious? Why are you all happy about this? What's wrong with you?
Where are you going, Juliet?
I'm going to my room. Just leave me alone.
Oh, the grief. As long as Leah still don't understand women. Still, she is right. I should have said that. I'll go apologize to her.
Maybe Juliet actually have a thing for Morris, you know? I mean, I'm just saying. Or maybe... Oh man, what is the... Pretty sorry side. Is there something wrong with Chris? No, I'm sure he'll make a great husband. Juliet knows that too. But he's just not that simple. Then again, I guess it's that naivety of yours that tugged her heartstrings in the first place. Juliet and I are just friends. Look, it does not matter what you think, okay? This is how about Juliet feels. Did you know she hardly has any friends? In fact, you're the only one she got left.
Honey?
You really don't know? Didn't you ever run into some shady people at college trying to scare you about us? You know, people warn you that even though Wild Family is famous, there are a lot of nasty rumors about us. Warning you that spending time around a daughter of the family will mess up your chance of a good life? Stuff like that? I'm pretty sure some gold family support were behind it. It was a really cheap move on their part. But I can't say the rumors were all completely fabrication either. You had to get an ass to something to keep control over an entire city. Well, maybe not. Our way of life is built upon blood, sweat and tears of many people, some of them dead. I would take that upon the blood, sweat and tears of many people that is not us. You know, we're mostly used to things being that way, but Juliet always had a hard time with it. That's why everyone was to approach her just because she was pretty and up running away. She ran away? Julie knew about her family reputation too, of course, so she understood when people she thought of as friends stopped spending time with her. But understanding what doesn't make things any easier. It really devastated her, even to the point where she cried herself to sleep sometimes. That's why she was so glad when you didn't let these rumors drive you away. Honestly, you don't know what she would have done. I honestly don't know what she would have done. In that sense, you're very special to her, and so I hope you will remain a friend as long as you're still okay with it. Well, good night then.
Good night.
It's great being a kid. Nobody gets mad at you clowning around and you don't have to work. Mephistopheles? The best part is that nobody ever suspects you. Someone's here. Dear ja. First you sneak out of bed again and now you find her hiding in this pitch dark room. Lori? Oh shit, both of them. Oh no.
Hey, Mama, it looks like she found us again.
Yep, I guess so.
Oh, Larry, I was so worried when you didn't see you anywhere after I woke up. You have to tell me when you want to play hide and seek. But you always made me go to bed too early. I want to stay up and keep playing.
Sorry, Lori, but the game's over once you're found. We just have to pick up this tomorrow.
Thank you again. Maurice never played with her like this. She's so happy to have a new big brother.
I like being a big brother too. This is so creepy and weird. My sister always been weirdly grown up, I guess.
I can see that. Alright, it's getting late. Time to go back to bed. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna sleep too. Now where's the light switch? Yep, I love being a kid. No one ever suspect a kid. Okay. What the... God damn, this is... like, what?
Good morning, senpai. What happened this time? So a fair prince finds herself betrothed not to a common ruffian, but a perfect prince now. I suppose it does make for a happy ending of so, but the narrative term it still seems lacking. I think it's a wonderful development myself. I'm so happy for Juliet I could burst. But then again, I guess this isn't really time to be saying that sort of thing, is it? Not with sharing a murder and Morris missing. There is a present little sense in discussing Morris' possible whereabouts. There are more important matters to discuss.
Indeed, namely the surprise reveal of a new Golden family heir, which make him a new target.
If the culprit goal is to prevent the two families from coming together, then it's quite possible they were involved more in Morris' disappearance as well.
Yeah, but who was the last person appearing there?
Shanley, Tifa, I'm working here. You know. If that's so, the revelation by Chris will have completely blindsided them. As such, they may need to resort to brute force once again.
Another unexpected development there. Between the detective's sudden appearance and the surprise of Chris' parentage, it was him that luck is against our dear criminal. Just when they thought they had eliminated the Goldie family's sole heir, a new candidate presented himself.
If the culprit is going to make another move, it will be almost certain to be at night. I won't want to miss this opportunity after all. I expect they'll either go after Chris or Juliet.
I'm gonna go back there and stop them.
You're gonna run into the wall.
I need to go back in there.
Oh, don't bang your head against the wall.
Calm down, Miss Lana. Even if you should manage to knock yourself out, there's no guarantee that you'll wake up at the Kogetsukan straight away. At any rate, you need to steel yourself for whatever tragedy may come next if you're to continue investigating with a clear mind. Though of course it would be best if there were no more tragedies at all.
Yeah, most likely not.
Oh, dude, this is really interesting. I am curious what's going on with this. Okay, no one suspect a kid like. What? What's the deal with that? I mean, it do sound like it's something to throw off a bone, you know, that Laurie or Kane are the ones that are, you know, the suspects, the criminals. But yeah, this feels a little bit so sudden with the entire thing with Morris gone and the revealing Chris and like this is like a plot twist from a very bad TV show, you know. I mean, you know, just random reveal stuff like this, like I am your father. Or, what? Oh God. Oh man. Yeah, I am curious. My theory is on Chris is actually the culprit at this point, at the moment. But then ask the question, who was the person that appeared in the jungle hiding there? Like, who was that and why? That's a big fucking question. I'm really confused about that. I guess we're gonna find out more though. Seriously, I love this. Oh god, I love it. Really makes my brain nublets work out quite a bit, which I should do in general, but yes. I will be back though with more FGO and more of this murder at the Kogetsukan later on. So thank you for watching, see you later on, and have a continued super great day.